How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. How to tell if your wife is a covert narcissist. That's the title of this video. What is a covert narcissist? Unlike the loud, boastful narcissist you might picture, covert narcissists are subtle. They are often quiet, sensitive, or even self-deprecating. But behind that, they may still exhibit the same core traits of narcissism, that is, entitlement, lack of empathy, and manipulation. A covert narcissist's wife may manipulate you in quiet, indirect ways. It might come off as guilt-tripping, emotional withdrawal, or passive-aggressive comments rather than outright demands. If your wife frequently paints herself as the victim, especially when she's actually the one hurting you, then this could be a sign that she's a covert narcissist. She may twist situations to make you look like the bad guy. A covert narcissist needs constant validation. She may seek praise, reassurance, or emotional support constantly, but they'll give very little in return. A female covert narcissist needs to be validated. And this might feel like, that need for her to be validated might feel like a black hole. Now, a female covert narcissist might say the right words. In short, she'll be superficially empathetic. She might say the right words, but her actions don't line up. She could appear caring on the surface, while still doing things that hurt you or dismiss your feelings. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she'll be hypersensitive to criticism. A covert narcissist may crumble, lash out, or become cold when faced with even the most constructive feedback. Criticism threatens the carefully curated image she maintains. Rather than communicating openly, she may shut down or give you the silent treatment to punish or control you emotionally. She might say something that sounds like praise but leaves you feeling insulted. This is a subtle way of asserting superiority. In short, she'll give backhanded compliments. A female covert narcissist will be jealous of your success. Even if she acts supportive, you may sense resentment when you succeed. She may subtly sabotage or downplay your achievements. She will emotionally withhold. You might feel emotionally starved, like your needs are never really met. She may withhold affection, intimacy, or warmth as a form of control. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she'll be obsessed with her image. To the outside world, she might seem like the perfect wife. Charming, helpful, maybe even selfless. But at home, things are very different. Everything will be about her. Conversations tend to revolve around her problems, her feelings, and her needs. Your emotions are often dismissed or ignored. Nothing is ever her fault. If something goes wrong, she finds a way to spin it so that you are responsible, even when it clearly isn't true. With a female covert narcissist, you will feel like you're constantly doubting yourself. She'll gaslight you. She might rewrite events, deny things she said, or accuse you of being too sensitive. She might subtly pick at your confidence, make you question your worth so that you feel dependent on her for approval or stability. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she will love bomb you, then withdraw. At times, she can be incredibly loving and attentive, only to suddenly pull away, leaving you confused and craving her affection again. A female covert narcissist will make you feel special, but they will act humble. She'll feel special, but she will act humble. She might pretend to be modest, but her words or actions show that she sees herself as more insightful, moral, or caring than others. With her, you feel like you are walking on eggshells. You never know what might set her off. You carefully choose your words to avoid triggering a reaction. Instead of voicing anger or frustration directly, a female covert narcissist might make sarcastic comments, withholding things, or act resentful in small ways. A female covert narcissist is envious of others and secretly will be envious, or even sometimes overtly. Your wife, if she's a covert narcissist, may struggle with envy, especially towards people who get attention or success, often masking it with judgment or disdain. She'll be inconsistent in her behavior. You will never know which version of her you are going to get: the caring, the sweet wife, or the cold, distant critic. If your wife is a covert narcissist, you realize that she'll be low on emotional intimacy. You might realize that despite being together, you feel alone. Emotional depth is often lacking or one-sided. Her apologies lack sincerity. If she ever apologizes, it may be superficial, more to get past a conflict than to genuinely acknowledge hurt caused. A female covert narcissist will overreact to being ignored. If you don't respond immediately to her texts or calls, she may spiral or accuse you of not caring, while being emotionally distant herself. She'll keep score. She remembers everything you've ever done wrong and will bring it up at opportune times to make you feel guilty or small. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she will use your vulnerabilities against you. Things you've confided in her may later be weaponized during arguments or used to undermine your confidence. You feel drained when you spend time with her. Spending time together with a covert narcissist may leave you emotionally exhausted instead of fulfilled. It's a one-way emotional transaction. When you try to explain how you feel, she'll pretend not to understand you. She may claim confusion, misinterpret your words, or change the subject entirely. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she's a master of the martyr role. She may act like she's sacrificing everything for the relationship or family, but brings it up often, making you feel indebted. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she has favorites and enemies. People are either admired or discarded. Her perceptions of others can swing wildly based on whether they are useful or not. She also needs to be the smartest in the room. She may subtly or overtly try to assert herself as the most insightful or morally superior person, especially in social settings. She will also use guilt as a tool. She may manipulate you into doing things by making you feel guilty or ashamed, even for having normal needs or boundaries. If you express limits, she may ignore, challenge, or push past them, viewing your boundaries as threats. If your wife is a covert narcissist, she has a public face and a private face. People might be shocked if you ever expressed how she treats you, because her public persona is so kind, helpful, or sweet. Your wife is a covert narcissist if you are always second-guessing yourself. The biggest sign is that you question your reality, your feelings, your memories. If your self-esteem has plummeted and you feel like you are losing yourself, then that's a red flag. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so.